Hi friends, welcome to Gate Academy. Uh, you know, in this session, I'll be just giving you the brief introduction about what is transportation engineering and what we are going to discuss in the transportation engineering and all those things. And before that, the idea is to say this is for P drive, G drive courses, pen drive and G drive courses. And this total course is available in English, majorly for the people who is not comfortable in Hindi. We are providing this course in English. Fine. So I think many of you will be knowing that what is GATE, what is engineering services. If not, I have given a video regarding preparation strategy for GATE 2022-2023 in GATE Academy Global channel. You can go and watch the strategies and all those things, what exactly you have to follow, the methods, the subjects that is present over there, the weightage, and then the number of sessions that you will be having for the GATE, and what are the advantages, disadvantages of the GATE, and all the other things I have discussed over there. So you will be getting a brief idea about it. In that, this is transportation engineering. Generally, the weightage of transportation engineering would be somewhere around 6 to 8 marks from GATE point of view. Transportation engineering, weightage from GATE point of view is 6 to 8 marks, and weightage from engineering services point of view, prelims is 10 to 15 marks, and mains, this will be around 40 to 60 marks. In paper 2 you will see this is the mains. Okay, generally if you are comfortable with general transportation engineering, we'll be having like highway engineering, railways, airport from GATE point of view, and engineering services point of view you'll be seeing some ocean, dock engineering also. So if you are thoroughly comfortable with all the concepts, and if you understood each and every concepts, you know the application of it, you can easily score 100% of marks from GATE. You can easily score 100% of marks from the GATE, and from engineering services you can easily score 80 to 90% of marks. Why? Because some 10 to 20% of theory will be asked in both prelims and mains, which can be quite complicated sometimes. Fine. So that is the problem with it in engineering services. But anyway, you can score, it's a definitely scoreable subject from GATE point of view. You can easily score 100% of marks without any doubt and without any problems. You can easily score 100% over here, and then 80 to 90% of marks you can score from here. And if you ask me the books, if you ask me, it is Transportation Engineering or Highway Engineering by Khanna and Jishnu. This is enough. Spelling of Jishnu is something different, I don't know, so please manage it. So transportation engineering or highway engineering by Khanna and Jishnu is enough, and railways and airport, whatever the notes that is provided in this videos, that is more than enough for GATE point of view. Whatever I am discussing, whatever the videos that I am giving is generally from GATE 2022-2023 point of view only. We will not be discussing more than that. Fine. So in this P drive, G drive course, what exactly we will be providing is class videos, concepts, and then we will be providing MCQs, and we will be providing a booklet which is consisting of MCQs, NATs and MSQs. That recently multiple select questions, the last year only, 2021 only, they have introduced this multiple select questions. Where for one question there will be many answers. For one question there will be many answers and no negative marks. No negative marks. Whereas for MCQ there are negative marks, multiple choice question there will be negative marks, and for NAT numerical answer type questions there is no negative marks. You can go through that from the GATE preparation strategy, which I have already discussed in the YouTube. You can go through that. So whenever a subject, if you are starting, generally if you start the GATE, first of all you should download the syllabus, which will be released from, GATE will be conducted by any of the IITs. So you should download the syllabus. In the syllabus you should see each and every topic, and you should cross check it whether it is present in the videos that I am showing, or from the syllabus all the syllabus is covered or not. Not only in see, let us say you don't like this academy, or like another academy, or another academy, X and Y academies, then what you do is, the very first thing that you have to do is check properly whether all the concepts is covered or not. Go through everything properly, and once if you feel like okay all the concepts are covered, then only be cleared, okay these concepts are covered, and then it's up to you. Some people may like my type of teaching, some people likes other types of teaching, and whatever it is, it's up to you. Fine. So select properly which academy you have to choose, and based on that, once you have selected certain things, just go with the flow. Fine. Follow them, you will definitely reach your heights. Our goal is what? To get the first rank, whether whatever the exam it is. I generally say that your motive should be like, okay I have to get the first rank, so that whatever you want, if you get the first rank, if you want PSUs, you'll go for PSUs, if you want MTech, you'll go for MTechs, whatever you want to do, you can do. That's what I generally say. And no sir, for me below 100 is better, for me below 500 is better. It's up to you. Set your goal properly, keep your priorities properly, and then go with the flow. Fine. So idea is, first set your goal. GATE, PSU job or MTech is your goal. For achieving how many marks or what is the rank that you have to get, and after that what is the GATE syllabus, and then which academy you have to select. And no, I won't select any academy, I'll go for self preparation. Then next step is preparing properly, taking proper time. So your focus should not be diverted. You should be constantly focused on your goal, that reaching whatever the goal, whether it is PSUs or MTech, getting that should be your goal, and constantly working hard daily. Like daily you have to keep on working hard. It's not like one night batting that happens in the college. It's GATE, engineering services, where you should constantly strive, work hard to reach your goals. Fine. So constantly, you should not forget about your goals. You should keep that in your mind. Work, and finally reach your goals. So this is how this is multiple select questions that we have seen. So coming to transportation engineering, generally in transportation engineering there will be three things: highway engineering, highways, railways, airport. Highways, railways and airport engineering. So in highway engineering, it is dealt with the roads. And railway engineering means, are you going to design the locomotives? We are not going to design the locomotives, but we are going to design the track, the curves in the track, and the distances, the gauge distance, broad gauge, narrow gauge, all those gauge distances we will be designing. We will be designing that, and in the steel structures we will be designing that steel. What is the shape, the I shape, flat footed rails, and then we'll design that connections, and all those things will be discussed in the steel. Whereas in railway engineering we will be discussing about the curves, elevation, cant that should be provided, and what is the speed that is possible on it. All those things will be discussed in railway engineering. And airport engineering, we are not going to design the planes, but we will be designing the taxiways, the roads that will be present, and where the aeroplane should be kept, and the road, and what is the texture of the road, and what is the angles, all those things. That is the runways, taxiways, all those things is designed by us. So idea is very simple. We as civil engineers are going to design roads in highway and airport and railways. Fine. So generally if you ask me, from here you can expect 4 to 6 marks, and combinedly from these two things you can expect some 2 to 4 marks. Then 2 to 3 marks, like 1 mark if it is from railway, 2 marks will be from airport, or 1 mark is from airport, 2 marks is from railway. That's how you can generally expect, and totally like 6 to 8 marks, as I said, you can expect from transportation engineering. Fine. In highway engineering, what are the concepts that will be present? In highway engineering, if you see, what exactly I'll be discussing is, I'll be discussing in the introduction what is highway and what are the different types of the roads, chronological order of the road development. From the starting, what are the types of the roads? There will be Roman roads, Metcalfe roads, Tresignan roads. So different types of roads, and a committee has given, based on this JCAR committee, there will be IRC, that is developed, Indian Road Congress. That is the code that is generally we are going to use for the design. So IRC code, and then we are going to how NHAI is formed. Some general knowledge things will be seeing in the recommendations of JCAR committee, and then what is the tax that should be kept on the diesel and petrol. Right now we are paying taxes, some amount of tax will be going for road development purpose. So that also, all those recommendations is given by JCAR committee, that is also we'll see here. And then classification of 20-year road plans. There are 3 20-year road plans. So what are those 20-year road plans? What are the highlights of that 20-year road plans, and how the density network of the roads that is generated? All those things we'll be seeing here. And types of road patterns, like we generally see that is grid type of road pattern. Same type of road pattern here here also we'll be seeing, like below the road you'll be providing the drainage system also in the same type of road patterns. So type of road patterns: grid type, star and grid type, and rectangular and grid type, star and circular type. All those type of road patterns you will be seeing over here. So these are the things that we generally discuss. If you ask me from gate point of view, very rarely questions are asked from here, whereas from engineering services point of view you can expect a question in prelims. In gate very rarely they are asking, but anyway we'll discuss all these things also. Fine. So this will be a chapter 1, that is introduction. The name itself says that what exactly is highways. This is highways introduction, not railways. Fine. Next, second chapter. If you ask me, definitely you can expect a 2 marks question from your second chapter. So you should be very much thorough, clear with your second chapter. So in second chapter, what exactly we'll be seeing, like cross-section element, cross-section of the roads. There will be camber, pavement characteristics. That means whenever you are providing a road, how much friction is there, how much is the longitudinal friction, how much is the lateral friction. Fine. So all those things, we are the one who is going to develop that, right? So we'll try to maintain what is the longitudinal friction, what is the lateral friction, what is the camber, what is the width of the road, what is the shoulders that is provided, width of the pavement, width of the roadway, width of the carriageway, what is curb, what is medians, dividers, how much distance the dividers should be present, what should be the width of the dividers, and all those things. What is a single lane road, what is a double lane road, find what is skilled, what is slip. All those things will be discussed in the cross section element of the road. Sir, why you are telling me all these things? You are saying introduction means, yeah, you should be knowing what exactly is present in it. There are certain terms which you may not understand now, but once you go through the videos you will be getting a clear idea of the concepts. Fine. So all those things you will be seeing in the cross section elements. Next one is side distances. So this also comes under geometry design of highways only. Side distances like stopping side distance, overtaking side distance, intermediate side distance. Stopping side distance means whenever you see a vehicle, you have to apply the whenever you see a vehicle or if you see an object, you feel like if you go with the same speed you will hit, there will be accidents. In order to avoid the accidents, you should apply the brake, so that you apply the brake just before going the object, is if there is an object over here, you will apply the brakes, it will go and it should stop over here. That is stopping side distances. How exactly you are going to find out stopping side distance, what is lag distance, what is braking distance, all those things we will be discussing in stopping side distance. Next one is overtaking side distance. That means whenever you are going on a vehicle, you want to overtake certain vehicle, you feel like that vehicle is going slow, so you can overtake the vehicle. So you will overtake the vehicle without creating any problem for the vehicle coming in the opposite direction. That is overtaking side distance. So how exactly you are going to find out, that we'll see in the overtaking side distance. Next one is intermediate side distance, that will be in between overtaking side distance and stopping side distance. So that also we'll see here, and you can expect a good amount of marks from here. So this is first two concepts in geometric design of highways. Next one is horizontal alignment or vertical alignment. In horizontal alignment, super elevation. You see one total super elevation is the one which you can see what is super elevation and why super elevation is provided, and based on that what is the lateral friction. Like super elevation is raising of outer edge with respect to inner edge. All those things is because of horizontal alignment, means horizontal curves. Whenever if you are providing a road, curves is quite normal. Whenever you are moving from one road to another road, you will see the curve. You generally provide the curve, right? So in the curve, whenever you are providing the curve, there will be some centrifugal force. In order to overcome that, we will provide some super elevation. Rising of outer edge with respect to inner edge is generally considered as super elevation. So we will see what is super elevation and transition curves. When a straight curve is contacted with the circular curve, you will provide a curve between straight and circular curve, that is called as transition curve. Name itself says transition curve. So when a straight road meets a circular curve, you will provide a curve between these two things, that is called transition curves. So design of transition curves and design parameters of the transition curves, and how you are going to find out the length of the transition curves based upon jerk criteria, based upon super elevation criteria, based upon different criteria. All those things is discussed over here. And extra widening. So whenever you are providing horizontal curves, the road will be widened somewhat. Why? That is because of off-tracking or mechanical widening, or because of psychological widening. What are these parameters and how exactly you are going to provide extra width, and what is the extra width that is providing? All those things we will be seeing in the extra widening. Next, setback distance. Setback distance, which is also called as clearance for the vehicle. Clearance for the vehicle, so that there will not be clearance for the vehicle from any obstructions. So whenever a vehicle is moving on a flyover, the flyover should be constructed at certain distance from the building, nearby building, so that the vehicle coming here can see the vehicle coming here and there will not be any accidents. Fine. So idea is setback distance, and in the setback distance, how the setback distance you are going to provide, and methods to calculate the setback distance, whether it is single lane road, whether it is double lane road, and when curve length is more than SSD, when curve length is less than SSD, all those things we will be seeing in the setback distance. So this is horizontal alignment, and may be very much clear with concepts in this, because the possibility of asking question from here is very high. Possibility of asking question from here is really high. Horizontal curves, geometrical design of highways, whether it is in forenoon session or afternoon session, you will be writing only one session only, whether it is forenoon session or afternoon session. But whatever the session it is, there is a possibility that definitely they will ask this question from geometric design of highways. And after this, vertical alignment of curves. If this is the horizontal curves, vertical curves, this will be the vertical curves. These are vertical curves. This is the vertical curves. So in that there will be summit curve, there will be valley curves. So design of summit curves, design of valley curves, and before that, what is the gradient? The vertical slope. Vertical slope is called as gradient. This is the vertical slope. This is called gradient. So different types of gradient, and then summit curve. I mean, what type of curve you should provide, whether it is square parabola, and then whether it is square parabola, cubic parabola, and different types of curves that is present. All those things we'll be discussing in summit curve. And valley curve we'll be discussing. You know, all the design parameters we'll be seeing in the valley curve. So valley curves, summit curves, gradient, and different types of gradient, all those things we'll be seeing in the vertical alignment, and horizontal alignment we'll be seeing all these things. So combinedly, these are the four things that we'll see in geometry design of highways. First one is pavement characteristics that we have seen in the previous slide, that is pavement characteristics, and then side distance, pavement characteristics, or cross section element, side distance, horizontal alignment, vertical alignment, all those things we will be seeing in the geometric design of highways. So please, once again I am saying, give a clear idea, or have a clear idea about all these things. It is easily scoreable. Okay, it is easily scoreable, and don't doubt whether you can score properly or not. It is easily scoreable, and concepts are also very easy. If you ask me, if you have complete chapter 2, 30% of your highway engineering is completed. 30 to 40% is completed. Maximum questions is from here only. Okay. Next one is traffic engineering. So a best transportation engineer is the one who makes sure that their traffic is maintained properly. Or recently we can say traffic is a huge problem in the developing cities or developed cities. The major problem, not only in India, in China, USA, wherever it is, traffic is the major problem. So as an engineer, your main job or main duty is to make sure that there is no traffic jams. If there is no traffic jam in a state, or let us say in a city, if there is no traffic jams or traffic is controlled properly in a city, then it's a mark of development for that city. So you as an engineer has to, create a system in such a way that there will not be any traffic problems occurs in the city, whether it is during summer, winter, rainy season. Generally rainy season you will be seeing more amount of traffic problems. So we'll make sure that you have to make sure that the traffic is being done properly. And anyway, from exam point of view, traffic engineering, you can expect 2 marks from here, 1 to 2 marks from here, whether it is forenoon session or afternoon session, you can expect 1 question from here. So in this, what you generally see is traffic characteristics, road user characteristics, as well as vehicular characteristics. Road user characteristics or vehicular characteristics. Road user characteristics means what? Our characteristics, our eyes, our mental condition, our ears, and how physically fit we are. We should be physically fit, and your eyesight should be very much clear, because if you can't see, you can't drive. There will be accidents, and if you can't hear also, then also it will be more of problem. But eyesight is very much important. And what is meant by 6x6 side, 4x6 side, 5x6 side, all those things we will be discussing in road user characteristics. And your mental condition, psychological condition should be very much sound enough that you understand everything. You should see, you should know, if it is green color, you should cross. If it is red color, you should stop. If it is amber, then you should clear the intersection or you should stop. So all those things you should be knowing thoroughly. You should know traffic signals, you should know traffic signs, then only you should drive. If not, you should not drive. All these tests, when you go for the license, all these tests will be generally done, right? So you should be having an idea regarding road user characteristics. Next is vehicular characteristics. That means what is the width of the vehicle, what should be the length of the vehicle, what should be the height of the vehicle, what should be the weight of the vehicle. Weight of the vehicle affects the pavement. What should be the thickness of the pavement is affected by weight of the vehicle. Length of the vehicle affects extra widening and radius of the curves. All those things will be affected by the length of the vehicle. And width of the vehicle affects width of the carriageway, width of the pavement. All those things is affected by the vehicles. Width of the vehicle, height of the vehicle. Based upon the height, you can see the clearance in the flyovers, is when flyover is provided over there, vehicles should go be under the flyover, right? So proper clearance must be maintained. So they where in those places height of the vehicle affects, and some lines, wires will be provided, right? So those clearance also will be affected by height of the vehicles. So these are the different things, what exactly the values are. Those things will be discussed in the vehicular characteristics and road user characteristics. In one of the gate examination, they have asked question based on road user characteristics. Like based on I said, they have asked a question, and vehicular characteristics, based on vehicular characteristics in another year they have asked from brake efficiency test, they have asked questions from here in gate. In engineering services prelims also they can ask questions from here. Mains you don't expect questions from here, right? And chapter 2 geometric design of highways also, engineering services mains, more number of questions will be asked from here. 10 to 15 marks the questions can expect in chapter 2. In chapter 2, that is in the previous slides that we have discussed, in mains you can expect 10 to 15 marks from this chapter only. So this chapter is very much important. Fine. Next one is in traffic engineering only, traffic studies and analysis. So here we'll see what exactly is the spot speed, what exactly is the journey speed, what is a running speed, different types of spot speeds, different types of speeds, and like average speed, time mean speed, space mean speed. Based on that, we'll try to calculate what is the traffic volume, traffic density, that is traffic volume studies, traffic speed studies. So traffic volume studies, how traffic volume is what? Number of vehicles crossing the particular section in a given time, or number of vehicles present in the particular section in a given time. That is traffic volume studies. Traffic speed studies, like as I said, spot speed studies and time mean speed, space mean speed, all those things we will be discussing. See, spot speed studies, time mean speed, space mean speed, all those things you will be seeing in your traffic speed studies. Next one is speed and delay studies, like floating car methods, all those things you will be seeing in the speed and delay studies. Sir, why these studies and analysis important? See, these studies and analysis is important in traffic designing of traffic signals. Like more traffic volume is present in a given lane, then more green time is provided for it, and less traffic volume in another lane means you will provide less green time for it. So idea is all these studies and analysis is used for designing traffic signals. And after this, origin and destination studies, based on that will it's like which road, the origin and destination studies will help us to find out which road should be given more importance for maintenance or for construction of new roads. We will see origin and destination studies. Next one is accident studies. Accident studies means idea is to avoid the accidents, so that you will be seeing accident studies over here. So traffic volume studies, traffic speed studies, spot speed studies, speed and delay studies, origin and destination studies, all this analysis generally you can expect. If they want to twist the questions, they generally ask from speed and delay studies. Speed and delay studies, you should be very much thorough with that floating car method, riding check method, so that you can answer any type of questions from here. So that means if you understand this concept properly and try to able to solve the question, then you will get first rank, remember. So that is the importance of this topic. Like if you understand this, that means you are thorough with the concepts, then it's like you are in depth into it. You can easily get a best rank in country, right? Country only, that your rank is also AIR, all India rank. So if you understand these type of concepts, there will be twisting. If they want to make paper tough, or if they want to twist, they can ask from here. So please have an idea on it. And there will be something called relationships between, in this one only there will be relationships between Q, speed, volume and density. This is a very simple basic question. From here you can score really good marks. That is the idea. Traffic speed studies, traffic studies and analysis, QVK, traffic volume, traffic speed and traffic density. That is what you will see in traffic studies and analysis, traffic engineering. Next one is traffic operations, control devices. like traffic signals, design of cycle length, design of green time, red time, amber time, all those things we will be seeing over here. A design of signal systems, and design of signal systems, like there are different methods, IRC method, Webster's method, and other methods. So from gate point of view, Webster's method is the one that is important. So what is Webster's method, what is a lost time, how exactly you are going to use a Webster's method, all those things will be discussed here. Next, traffic signs, like in what is warning signs, what is informatory signs, and what is mandatory signs, like stop and no overturning, no parking, all those things, like mandatory signs. Warning signs means speed breaker ahead, hospital zone ahead, all these things are warning signs. And then informatory signs, like that Mumbai is at this much distance, you see the green board over there. So all those things, and what is the color that is generally used, all those things we will be discussing here. Always remember, there is possibility of asking question from Webster's method is very, very high. That means every alternative year they will be asking question from here. If not this year, next year they will ask. If not, that means if 2021 they are asking, 2022 they may not ask, but in 2023 they will ask, like that. So in 2 years once you will see a question from Webster's method. That is the how important this is. So what is exactly all those things, in-depth concepts we will be seeing in the course, full course. Okay. Next one is intersection. That means flyovers. It's like design of the flyovers. Why flyovers is designed is generally to avoid the traffic jams and make sure that there will be only left turning traffic. There is no right turning traffic. Right turning traffic, there will be more amount of accidents. So that's the reason generally you say the left, free left. Left means there will be less amount of accidents over there. So generally that is what we will be seeing. Intersections, like at grade intersections, there will be grade separated intersections, all those things. Design of rotaries is also intersection. Why we generally provide that? We provide that to avoid the accidents. Flyovers, full clover leaf, half clover leaf. Whenever you are going in the flights, see in the bottoms, like when you see plan view of the city, in cities like Chennai, Mumbai, Chandigarh, you will see that full clover leaf, half clover leaf. That really beautiful views those are actually in Delhi. So just try once whenever you are going in flight, see that plan views, it's really great, awesome. So those type of things you will see over here. And generally why we provide that, we make sure that there is only left turning traffic, there is no right turning traffic. Next, design of parking studies, like parallel parking, angle parkings, at what angle, and 90 degrees parking, all those things. Why? Because in the cities parking is a major problem. You can't park easily on the roads. If parking is provided in the cellar, it's okay. If not, parking on the roads is really difficult. So parking is also major problem nowadays. So as a civil engineer, you have to, traffic engineering is something in transportation. The bigger problem is traffic engineering right now. Once upon a time, it's like construction of roads, whether it is tar road, bitumen road, cement roads. But no, now roads is not a big problem. The big problem is traffic, controlling traffic, mainly in the cities. So if you will be considered as efficient engineer if you provide problems for this traffic controls. So always keep this in your mind. So this is traffic operation devices. If they want to ask a decent question, they can ask question from rotaries, they can ask question from parkings, from gate point of view, and intersections and all those things are important from engineering services point of view. And in traffic engineering also, in prelims there will be more questions, in mains there will be generally less questions, 4 to 5 marks you can see from here. Okay, so this is traffic engineering, your chapter 3. Next, your chapter 4 is highways, design of pavements. So whatever the pavements that you are seeing right now, there are two types of pavements: flexible pavement, rigid pavement. Rigid pavement means it's like construction of cement blocks. All the cement blocks, different blocks, that is like one block will be here, other block will be here, will be connected by the bars like dowel bars and tie bars and all those things. That is rigid pavement. And flexible pavement. Flexible pavement is like normal constructing of the road, bituminous road. And there are other types of pavements also, like cement pavement is provided. On the top of the cement pavement there will be bituminous cover. So generally, like flexible pavement is more elastic, whereas rigid pavement, the name itself is very rigid. It shows brittle behavior, it shows ductile behavior. Fine. So in flexible pavements, there will be different methods to design the flexible pavement. So what exactly is flexible pavement? How exactly the cross section will be there? What is subgrade, subbase, base course, surface course? All those things we'll be seeing here. And what are the IRC methods, design parameters? All these things we'll see in the flexible pavement, and based on that we'll design empirical method, semi-empirical method, like CBR, California bearing ratio method, triaxial method, and then a theoretical like Burmister's theory. All those things we will be discussing over here. Like empirical method is like group index method, and CBR method and California bearing ratio method, and semi-empirical method like triaxial method. All these methods will be discussed over here. And generally a question can be asked from modified CBR method. Recently they are asking questions in empirical methods, that too in modified CBR methods. This is important from GATE point of view, and these two things are important from engineering services point of view, majorly mains. And then in rigid pavement, the design parameters of the rigid pavement, like what is the value of K, what is the value of H, and then different types of things, like what is stresses due to the wheel loads, stresses at the edge, stresses at the corner, stresses at the center, which one is more problematic, and stresses due to temperatures, like warping stresses, frictional stresses, combinedly where it is problematic, whether it is at this center, whether it is at the corner, whether it is at the edges. All those things we will be discussing in the rigid pavements, stresses due to wheel load and temperature. Next one is design of joints. As I said, one block, another block, right? One block, another block, there will be a joint. So expansion joint, contraction joint, construction joint, how exactly it should be designed and how exactly it should be filled, so that there will not be any cracks. The major problem over here is cracks that will be developed. In the cements and in cement constructions and concrete constructions, our major problem is cracks. So majorly we try to avoid the cracks over here. Next one is design of dowel bars, tie bars. So the bars that is used to connect two cement blocks, right? So that is dowel bars. What exactly is dowel bars, what are tie bars, and how exactly you are going to design those things. That is steel rods only. So what is the length of it, diameter that you have to use, all those things we will be discussing over here. Fine. So the more the questions can be asked more from here, from GATE point of view. From engineering services point of view, each and everything is important. We'll be discussing plate load test also here, which you might be seeing in your geotechnical and geoenvironmental engineering. Here also you will see over here. This is design of pavements. Fine. So GATE point of view, 1 to 2 marks you can expect from here. Engineering services mains, it is more important. Fine. Next one is your chapter 5, highway materials. Like till now we are talking about roads. So what does road consist of? It consists of coarse aggregates, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates, fine aggregates like coarse aggregates like gravel, fine aggregates like sand, and then water. If it is rigid pavement, there will be cement, and there will be bitumen also, there will be other filler materials also. All those things you will put, and then you will construct the road. So what is the mix? What should be the ratios of all those things? We generally get that from Marshall method of mix design. Based on that, we'll design how much you have to use. how much amount of coarse aggregates, how much amount of fine aggregates, water, cement, bitumen, all those things we will be getting from Marshall's method of mixed design. Then we'll be seeing, as I said, plate bearing test we'll be seeing over here, and aggregates, test for the aggregates, like impact test, crushing value test, Los Angeles abrasion test, flakiness index test, elongation index test, all those things we'll be seeing from the test for the road aggregates. Next, test for the bitumen, what is the viscosity of the bitumen, what is the flow value of the bitumen, and all those things. Test from the test for the bitumen, you'll get how you are going to differentiate from the bitumen and tar, different types of bitumen, what is cutback bitumen, what is emulsions, all those things, emulsified bitumen, right? All those things we'll be discussing over here. So generally from engineering services prelims point of view, the questions will be asked more, and from gate point of view, more questions is asked from Marshall's method of mixed design. So that is how this is important. In engineering services prelims point of view, these three things is very much important. Prelims, they will directly ask what should be the toughness index, what should be the flakiness index, what should be the elongation index, and how you are going to differentiate rounded aggregates from the angular aggregates. All those things is generally seen in this. Okay. Next, with this, highway engineering is completed. Highway engineering, I'll be discussing in the 5 chapters. Out of this, chapter 2, 3, 4 you should be giving more concentration, and chapter 1 and 5 you should learn. See, this is your 1 year of concepts, highway, railway and airport. 1 year, that means this will be discussed in 2 semesters in your college. That I am giving you in some 50 to 60 hours, means it is actually the crushed version. So you should not even leave a single line out of it. Sometimes there is a possibility that suddenly a 2 marks question can be asked from here. So you should be very much ready for everything. Don't neglect any concept. Don't neglect even a single point. I am already giving you a crushed version, mainly from gate point of view. Idea is to clear the gate. Idea is not to do any researches over here, because research and all those things you'll be doing in your MTech and PhD. Here I'll be giving you certain concepts so that you use those concepts and clear the examination. Very basic concepts, thoroughly you should understand. If you're having any doubts, then get the doubts cleared from the Gate Learning app, or you can ask me directly. It's in Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, whatever the places you want to ask, you can always ask me in any of the subjects. I'll try to clear. Or if you're not comfortable with me, whoever you're comfortable with, ask them and get the things cleared. Idea is you should get the things cleared properly, understand the concepts, and then apply the concepts. Fine. This is your highway materials. Next one is railway engineering. In railway engineering, airport engineering, it's a vast thing, but I'll be discussing only from the exam point of view. From exam point of view, introduction, like what are the different types of rails and what is the gauge distances, broad gauge, narrow gauge, and all the other types of gauges that we'll be seeing, medium gauge, all those things we'll be seeing. And after that, the same thing here, we'll be discussing geometric design of railways, like what should be the speed, what should be the cant, and what are the types of transition curves that you are going to provide over here. Same, whatever the geometric design of highways are there, same thing. Cant means super elevation only. All those things we will be discussing in the geometric design of railways. Next, points and crossings, like this is also important, but very rarely questions are asked in GATE, whereas from engineering services the questions can be asked over here. And what is traction, tractive effort, this is also from the engineering services point of view only, not from the GATE point of view. My whole course is like, I'll be giving you the whatever that is needed, whatever the common topics between GATE and engineering services. You will see a thorough GATE thing, and from engineering services point of view you can attempt. There will be some more concepts that you should learn, but that can't be taught over here, because idea is for the GATE only. Okay, so whatever that is, with this you can easily clear engineering services, but I can't say that you'll get the best ranks. But you can easily clear engineering services, but you can get the best rank in the GATE. You can easily get the first rank in the GATE. Idea is to get the first rank in the GATE, so you can do all those things. So introduction, geometric design of railways, points and crossings, traction and tractive effort, all those things you will be seeing in this. Fine. So majorly from GATE point of view, the questions are more asked from geometric design of railways only. What should be the speed that is maintained, what should be the cant, what is the equilibrium cant, and all those things. Cant efficiency, negative cant, all those things you will be seeing in the railways. Fine. Next one. Next one is your airport engineering. Airport engineering means here also I will not be entering deeper into it. I will be just giving you from exam point of view what is important. That is runway design, taxiway design. Introduction, like what is the windrows diagram, what are the other things that I will be discussing over here, and in which direction the flight will be having lesser resistance. But idea is a runway design. Runway design, that in runway design also the major thing is corrections due to temperature, corrections due to elevation in the design of the runway. All those things I will be discussing over here. Taxiway design also the same thing. Radius, turning radius, and all those things will be designed in the taxiway. Don't think that like I will be entering deeper into it. I will be teaching from gate point of view. Why? Because you are here from gate point of view. That's what I constantly say. Why? Because this we are the one who is guiding you. This is not college. College, the major idea is for your research, innovative techniques, and all those things. Whereas we are just bridge between the BTech to MTech or BTech to PSUs. In the once you go into the job, you can use your innovative techniques over there, and you have to use your innovative techniques over there for better society and for better India. Whereas for exam point of view, whatever I am teaching right now is only from exam point of view. Whoever that, even though if a professor is teaching is something huge and big, he can be great in that subject, but you should know which you have to take, which you should leave. Your main motto should be you are here from exam point of view. If you clear the examination, if you get the ranks, if you are in the place where you want to be, whether it is MTech, whether it is PSUs, or whether it is engineering services, once you go there, then use your innovative techniques and get the things done in a better way. That is your idea, that should be your motto. Fine. So these are the things that you generally see in the transportation engineering, and you should have a clear idea about everything. Idea is very simple. Once again I will say that you should learn concepts, you should remember formulas, and you should know the application. Once you've done all this, then constantly keep on doing the test series. Test series, previous year's gate questions, whatever the booklet we are providing, do that booklet once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Why? Because if you do that booklet, previous year's questions in gate, previous year's questions in the engineering services will definitely give you the first rank. Remember that. So this is very much important. So these are the designs. Airport engineering, highway, railway, and airport transportation engineering. That these are the major concepts that you will be seeing in my course, mainly in English PDGD course, pen drive, G drive courses. Fine. So if you are having any doubts, regarding anything, you can always contact me on this number. Fine. So you can WhatsApp me, you can message me, you can yeah, that's the only thing. Calls, messages, WhatsApp, you can do anything, and you can ask me the doubts. Fine. So this is what we generally see in transportation engineering. What else you want me to say? I have given the books. So the whole idea of this session is to give you the introduction, take you into the what exactly, like a clear picture of what would be there in the transportation. And generally 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours, this course will be completed, and you have to complete. You can easily complete that in 60 hours, and just give the test series after that. Get the things done, get the doubts cleared, and all those things. Fine. At the same time, outside situation is not good right now. COVID is happening, so I can only say stay home, stay safe, and for your that doesn't mean you should not work. Get your goals clear. Of course, the COVID will be gone in a month or two. The COVID will be gone, lockdown will be gone, and your exam is in February. So constantly keep on studying for the gate. you can study from the home. These are the online classes. Our major idea is to provide education from the home. So stay home, stay safe, learn easily, attempt properly, get your ranks. So goals should be your priority. Your priorities should be clear. At the same time, what I say is, whatever the things, whether it is families, relationships, whatever it is, keep that for up to January, February, up to the GATE examination. Keep those things aside and finish it off. Fine, guys. So I hope you reach your goals, and if possible, I'll ask you to buy my PGD courses so that you can get a somewhat better things. That's what I feel. And from English point of view, whoever is comfortable in Hindi, they can go and buy Hindi courses, and whoever are comfortable in English, you can buy our course. And you can ask me your doubts in any of your any of the languages, whether it is Hindi, English, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada. I'm comfortable with all the things. Fine. So I hope this is somewhat useful for you, and with this, and saying all the best for your future, I am closing this session. So this is Karthik Mandalapu signing off. All the best for your future. Bye, guys.